I'm Alexandra Harbushka, founder of Life With Herpes, and today we're going to talk about oral sex and herpes. Okay, let's just get right to it. Let me just do the mic drop here and say you can get herpes from having oral sex. With that being said, you can still give and receive oral sex even though you have herpes. So this is one of the major questions I get. I get DMs, I get emails, this is asked all the time in the secret society, like, hey, what about oral sex? Well, here's the thing. Let me just sum it up and start from the beginning. Let's do the 101. So herpes is transmitted skin-to-skin transmission. So for example, if you have oral herpes and you use your mouth to come into contact with somebody who doesn't have herpes, you now have come into contact with them and put them at risk of getting herpes. Vice versa, if you have genital herpes and use your genitals to come in contact with somebody, then you now have put that person at risk. So it doesn't matter what it is that you do. You could kiss someone, you could have sex with someone, doesn't matter how it works, but you could be putting them at risk of getting it. What it doesn't mean is that you have oral herpes or genital herpes, HSV1, HSV2, doesn't really matter. What it doesn't mean is you can't hug someone. What it doesn't mean is you can't cuddle with someone. It doesn't mean that your whole body is infected. So just keep that in mind. I get that question a lot too. Okay, but back to oral sex, back to herpes, back to can I have this, can I not have this, all of this. So I wanna just talk about sex ed really quick. And the thing about sex ed is we're not taught in sex ed about oral sex. We're taught pretty much heterosexual vaginal sex, right? We're taught, oh, well, you gotta use a condom and you can get this STD, STI, you can get herpes, you can get all this, blah, blah, blah. What we're not taught is, hey, with oral sex, you're just as at much risk, if not more, to getting STIs, especially herpes, because we're not taught or educated to use protection, to use condoms, to think about it. We use oral sex as a great's not the right word, but as a way to say, oh, there's no condom, we'll just have oral sex. So I really wanna make sure that you understand that oral sex, you are just as much at risk of transmission as you are with vaginal or anal sex. With that being said, I want you to have oral sex. I want you to give or receive oral sex. What you need to do is you need to have this conversation with your partner. So just because you think, oh, I have oral herpes, I don't have the genital kind, you are still putting your partner at risk. So you need to have this conversation with him or her and let them know. Now, the ways to prevent transmission are a couple of ways. You could be on the antiviral, which lessens the transmission by 48%. It reduces the risk by 48%. Or you can use a condom or a dental dam, right? So those are also ways that you can prevent transmission. Now, we're not really taught to use condoms or dental dams during oral sex. I get it, but if it is somebody that is maybe new in your life or you haven't really, you're not sure, I highly recommend doing that. Now, as you move forward through your relationship, it's just like having sex. So these are conversations that you're gonna need to have with your partner and say, hey, yeah, I have this. Do you feel comfortable giving or receiving whatever side you're on? Do you feel comfortable with this? It would be just the same as giving or you don't give or receive vaginal or anal sex. You're both involved in that one, but it's sex, right? So again, it's just having that conversation. We put oral sex in this whole other category, but really it shouldn't be. Now again, I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm not telling you this to say, oh my gosh, you can never have oral sex ever again. That's not at all. I'm telling you this so you can take this information, be aware, you can protect potential partners, you can protect yourself, but most importantly, you can just have this information because knowledge is power, and you can protect your body. You can know going forward how you can best protect your partner. Have those conversations. All right, I hope I have summed this up for you. If you have any questions on like how this all works, give, receive, all that, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. But let's talk about the secret society, okay? So if you have not been there, know about it, seen it, heard about it, go to lifewithherpes.com/secret society. It's an online community filled with people throughout the world who have herpes. So we are talking about this all the time. We're talking about dating. We're talking about telling our partners, all of this fun stuff. So it's a monthly membership, less than a venti coffee at Starbucks, or it's really a coffee with all the fluffy stuff, but less than a coffee, a venti. And I'd love to see you there. We have weekly meetings on Mondays, twice a week, or twice a day on Mondays. People from all over the world show up. So come ask your questions. I wish I had this when I was first diagnosed. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope to see you in the Secret Society. Bye.